Welcome to the beginning of A2. Before we begin A2, I want to make sure we look at what we learned last lesson. So what are the key ideas that we learned last lesson? And there are two key takeaways. The first one, sequences whose second difference are constant satisfy a quadratic relationship. Sequences whose third differences are constant satisfy a cubic relationship. And so these were the two things we were really studying: differences, and we saw that there was a pattern. And we made that pattern, came to these two conclusions. If you're struggling in this class, and if you're struggling to understand the material, as in the last lesson, if students are struggling with this lesson, they may need to review concepts covered in previous grades. Connection between area and the distributive property, introducing the table method of multiplying, and just multiplying polynomials in general. So, if you are struggling, these are three areas of focus. The summary of today is we're going to be multiplying two polynomials. There are a lot of useful identities that we're going to look at, but really, we're multiplying two polynomials. So, to get started, we're going to look at example 1. The goal today is to explain that the goal today is to generalize the opening exercise to multiplying polynomials. In example 1, we're going to use the tabular method to multiply x plus 8 and x plus 7, two binomials. So we're multiplying two binomials. A binomial is a polynomial, so this is multiplying polynomials. So, they've already done the hard part for us. They've put the terms in the proper place. They've done the multiplication. So, what's left is to combine like terms. So we pull out the x squared. Eight x and 7x can be combined because they both have an x, right? They both have the same variable. And so we can add the two coefficients and get 15x and 56 is the only whole number. If you connect back to the opening exercise, you'll see that this is basically going on here with 20 plus 8 times 20 plus 7. $20 is our x value. And so 20 times 20 is 20 squared, or x squared, which was 400. And then we had 8 times 20, 7 times 20, both of which, right, 8x, 7x, Right? We see how this method can be applied to numbers as well, and this is 56. And then we can add them all up together. And we get 400 plus 160 plus 140 plus 56. And that gets us 756. And so hopefully you can see the similarity between the two. We can't combine these terms because they're not alike, where these terms are all the same.